kind of why if I want to get some of these wheels for mine, I would almost want to see about getting a different set of hand rims too. To see if maybe.
The only difference you can have, I mean, you mean like here?
She says both.
So that attachment is permanent. That's where the sensor is. So when you give it a push, that's what turns the wheel on.
Oh, I know.
So the only thing you can do is you can either have this metal or you can have plastic on it. But that's it. So you just have to, it's a learning curve where you don't have your fingers out. You got to keep your hands just like that.
Okay.
As you're pushing.
Would it be possible to have like shorter tabs?
Nope.
Oh.
That is it.
How about spoke bars?
That I'll see the order form. I don't know how well it will work with this thing.
Yeah.
Or like, are there hand rims that are like, I think I saw at one point there are hand rims that are like a little more of an oval shape.
So
maybe that could.
Some of what you give up with power assist is some options like that.
Okay.
So this is the only shape push rim that comes with either the power assist wheels.
Okay. For some reason I thought the like shape of the actual, for some reason I thought something as minor as that wouldn't be an issue.
Oh.
To fit onto wheels like this.
Yeah. Well, it's all because of how it's mounted to the sensor.
Oh.
And how they go into the rim instead of mounting in a different way.
Oh.
This is going to be interesting. Anyway.
What, that's one drive?
Yeah, this smart drive.
The clamp isn't big enough for the frame of the chair.
What?
The clamp won't fit on your chair right now. The demo I have.
Oh. Hmm.
I think it would be worth trying this. It's gonna be different.
I know, like, I think I saw a short video on it in terms of like, it can act something like similar to this. But like, I think the only difference I heard about that is that like, the more you push with it on, the faster it gets. And I think
there's a dial, so that's what's kind of nice too. This one has a little dial, so you could click it and be on slow speed, and you actually let it push you. You just steer it with your wheels.
Or with my hands on the rims.
Yeah. And then if you're like, oh, as we practice and you get better, and you're like, oh, I want to go to another speed higher, then you just move this dial. You just go click. And then, so you can kind of control the speed a little bit better that way. If we can't demo it today, then maybe what I'll do is have a tech bring it out to the house with you and I, and you can try it.
Because it's like, I still would just want to try like some plain spinnergy wheels with maybe a different tire, because I still think that if I can get like, because those wheels are really freaking heavy, especially going up small curves like outside or having to correct, I can really feel the weight. So maybe if I can get the weight of the actual wheel down, maybe that'll be enough and I wouldn't even need something like this.
These are the lightweight, which kind of makes sense because you don't like the spokes because you feel like your fingers kind of want to get caught in them.
Yeah, well, they were kind of getting caught in those too.
Yeah, that's a question for Rich. Like, he's the...
What's the question?
They were kind of getting caught in those too, which was why I brought up the like more oval type hand rims, because that's why I thought maybe it's part of an issue with the hand rim as well, in terms of I don't have enough grip.
No, and you don't have a strong grip for sure. But with the power assist, especially with the smart drive, you don't need a strong grip. You're just going to steer it with your hands. It's a different kind of feeling.
Yeah. But at the same time, I still have the idea of like, if I can try a wheel with like just spinachy spokes and possibly with not the solid insert, then hopefully I can get the weight of the wheels down enough to where I won't need something like this or that.
Well, the weight reduction is really from the airless insert or not. So this particular chair has air tires and the spoke wheels.
Ooh, okay. I know it.
Doesn't have spinergies, but the spinergies really are
Oh, I get that.
Slightly lighter.
I get that, and the reason I say that is because maybe that would be
$1,000 for the spinergies.
Oh, I get.
So you'd have to
Yeah, but
do a GoFundMe page or something.
Yeah, but at the same time, isn't it like more expensive for? Aren't these more expensive than the spinachy?
Yes, but the insurance has put a value on those, and they haven't put a value on the spinergies. So spinergies just aren't fundable. You can't get the insurance to pay for them.
Oh my god, my cushion looks just kind of funny.
It's just working this morning.
But you know what? It's like. Yeah, it's like. I thought I also saw like.
I don't know why the light's not working. It's supposed to be a blue flashing light.
Like, because remember that one video I mentioned of like showing that drive thing?
Yeah.
I think there's like, in that video I saw, it's like that thing in the video that I saw didn't even need the dial. It just had like a little watch band thing.
They used to have a watch and now they don't.
Oh, okay.
Because some people had so many issues with it, so now it's a dial, which honestly is better, I think.
Oh, okay. That's where I got a little confused. Like, what?
That's broken.
Okay.
That one's on.
Got it. All right. Cool.
What, the brakes on those are broken or something? Or
That
what?
right one is broken.
Oh,
Okay, let's do this. Give you room for your feet. And then you're going to come sit in this one. Got it. Thanks. All right, hold tight.
All right, your lock is still on this left side. So this is a completely different thought process. So you're not going to be pushing this chair at all. You're going to be letting the motor push.
Okay.
So what you want to do is
Like
really resist
the
any
urge?
forward pushing.
Okay.
What you're going to do is what Nikki said, is you're going to just gently grasp the rim so you don't have to reach back that far. Just, yep, right about there. Don't wrap your fingers around because you'll hit those little tabs.
Okay.
And then just through friction or grip strength, you're going to slow the chair. So you're going to steer by grabbing the left arm a little stronger, and then your right arm, it'll go to the right.
Okay.
All right, so this blue button is supposed to come on when it comes on, but all we got is an audible beep right now. So you squeeze it. We used to have is the blue button on.
Not even like so.
I think I just heard it, but.
Even. Oh, okay.
So I turned it back off. So this is off, back towards you. So I'm going to turn this off again. Maybe. I was going to have you.
No, that feels like it's on.
It is, yeah. I was going to have you practice with it being off, but hang on a second. All right, let's just do it this way. Okay. So you'll go ahead and turn it. It's unplugged, so it won't just, you'll feel it click. Well, so that's all the way forward. That would have sent you like a rocket, okay? So go all the way back, okay?
I did.
So you'll feel a stop. You don't have to pull it really hard. It should be pretty easy. Just feel each click by themselves.
Okay.
So the first time you do it, I want you to just click it until the chair starts to move, and then stop. Put your hands back on the rim and start to steer just through friction.
Okay.
Not pushing and not changing course, just slowing each wheel independently.
Okay.
So keep it all the way back, and it doesn't have to be hard. Just you'll feel it. Just stop. Just it doesn't take much more than that.
Yeah.
All right. Put this back in. And I'm just gonna. So to turn this on, normally you would squeeze it. There, finally, blue button.
Nice.
That means it's ready to go.
Okay.
So if you're going to run into something, you just dial that back. Not hard, but quick. So the difference between really hard and just quick. So individual clicks just until the chair starts to move. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead. One more. Oop. Now, just friction. Don't push. Hold this wheel a little stiffer. There you go. Oops, excuse me.
So
Now if you want to click it, click it one more. So your hand just stay there, and you squeeze this side.
Okay.
Then you can give it a little more speed if you feel comfortable. And then if you hold really hard on the left, can you do a 360? Just hold it still.
There you go. You're doing circles.
All right, then forward. So if you want to go to the right, you just squeeze harder on the right hand. You're letting your arm go forward. There you go. Now if you want to slow down, just dial the back just a couple clicks.
Yeah.
Now it's still pushing yet. So try and hold that right one. Yep, there you go. If you want to give yourself a little more speed maybe.
Ow.
Yep. So this decreases the entire number of strokes you have to give. And now this is just on slow speed. So you just got to keep that top hill hand slowing the chair down.
Yeah. No.
whichever way you want to turn, just hold it really hard. Can you hold it hard enough on that right arm? Okay, now go ahead and turn off the dial. Stop the chair. Your sleeves are definitely part of the problem here.
Well, I think it's like, because
And did you get your fingers cut this last time?
out like all the time.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that's partly why, like, this keeps wanting to fall down, because I'm just like gripping to keep myself from veering. But
yes, that's what you have to do with this one if you're on a side slope.
I know it's like, I like the idea of this one, but just something about having to like turn this and then try to quickly move my hand back just like doesn't really like sit with me.
Okay. So you just want to push it back normal, or do you want to try it on the way back?
Okay.
Just a couple clicks. There you go. I'll give you just one more.
Yeah.
So don't push, just resist. There you go.
It almost feels like too awkward too, to like not push.
Mm-hmm. Give it just a little bit more.
And then your fingers kind of drift in there, don't they?
Yeah. And that's like where the pain comes in.
Well, yeah, of course.
At the very least with the other ones, it's like, at least with the other ones, it's like if I can maybe learn how to push a little bit better, than maybe I can do with the spokes.
We'll go ahead and so hold hard on the left. Harder. Oh.
See, and it's almost like I almost don't want to keep a hard enough grip because of how much my fingers get caught.
Okay.
Because they will just be getting caught like all the time. Or
I'm
like,
gonna take this movement off,
okay.
Once they're 5 years old.
and then you just push the chair with those air tires.
Yep. So unfortunately, so if you were to go through.
Oh, these already feel better than the ones I have.
Okay.
We have to take them outside. I mean, that's the hardest thing. Like, this is an easy push. Look how it's flat and there's
Yeah.
no bumps. I mean, if we take that outside, you're gonna still feel the drift. Do you want to try it really fast?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Right.
No added tippers on there.
Oh shit! Thank you for reminding me.
Let me
Yeah.
get this air off the ground here. Just. Try to find a good spot for it here. Not having to take the whole thing off. All right, we'll try that.
He's on lunch. Nobody's had lunch today because all we've been doing is hopping. So give us a little bit of time. If you want, transfer it to my phone and I'll have her sign that way. Okay?
Thank you.
No problem.
Damn. Ow.
So the wheels are probably a little bit better, easier to maneuver, but
Yeah.
still, here, you want to go ahead and turn around?
Yeah, but I still keep feeling like I'm getting caught.
Yeah. And I think that's just, kind of the coordination of.
It's like,
But that's why, a power assist
yeah,
would probably be the better option. We could
yeah.
give you the lightest wheels ever, like a Spinergy, and you're still,
Gonna have that problem.
you're still gonna battle that. Like here, we're gonna go on this incline, right? See that
Yeah.
little incline coming up?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and try to stay straight on it. And then it gets kind of hard, right?
Yeah.
That you can feel there's a little
A little more.
incline, right? And that makes it
Yeah.
ready.
But still, it's like just these wheels are not. It's not nearly as bad as with wheels I have.
Right, but they're still going to be difficult, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to make your hands and your fingers hurt, which we don't want.
My hands are already turning like wet.
Yeah.
And this is kind of also why I wanted to see if something like the Spinergy.
These wheels right here
Would-
are like a Spinergy. They're ultra lightweight.
Oh,
You
I
have
get
your
that.
finger in, I'm pushing you. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to.
So part of the reason that makes, did she like those more outside too still? No.
Yeah.
No, not that much. You didn't see that much difference.
Oh, I noticed a little bit, like definitely more of a difference than those.
But
So
she
the-
still can't manage the incline.
The incline, yeah. So there is less rolling resistance when you have air in the tires. The downside to it is if one tire gets low air pressure and the other one doesn't,
Oh, I get it.
then it makes you pull more to whatever side that there's low air pressure.
Oh, I get it.
So every single day you'd have to add air, 100 pounds of pressure, and there's a risk of getting a flat at any moment.
Yeah.
And once you have a flat tire, you're kind of stuck. So those are the trade-offs. You get a little bit more,
Yeah, I get
less
it.
strength required. So what Nikki was saying, if you get power assist wheels, staying with the flat free inserts is usually the best way to go
Okay.
because you've got the motor helping you push.
Yeah. And as far as power assist goes, like I definitely noticed that I loved these way more. Like they just felt like they worked better.
So
And I'm still kind of like not so with this.
Yeah, you'd have to be on the quick side to turn it off, and I don't know, just kind of with some of your strength issues, and I don't know if you'd be able to get there quick enough.
the other thing is if it starts,
That's exactly why I'm like, this unnerves me.
Right.
And
Where-
that's why, like, at first, I thought this was like an older model, and the newer ones had those wristbands, because if that was the case, then maybe I could.
so I have a
Try.
text out. You have to have your own smartwatch. And you have to download the app to your own smartwatch, whether it's a Samsung or Apple.
Okay.
However, I had heard that they're having issues with that already again.
Okay.
So
Like, well, I am planning to get my own smartwatch just for like other reasons.
the issue with this application for that is it's almost more tricky in a way.
Okay.
So you double tap and the motor starts running.
Yeah. That's
When
what
it's-
I heard.
When it's at the speed you want, you tap once and it sets it. And then if you want to stop again, you got to double tap.
Yeah.
So if you're holding on for dear life and you need to stop the chair, you got to be able to let go and tap real quick.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
could be kind of on the difficult side.
Especially if the app stops working.
No. Oh, just like you said, they have an app for a smart, or for like a smartwatch for this. Does that also like hold true for this or for these? Because you said those ones have an app too.
So the free app that you get, do you have an iPhone?
No, Android.
Let me double check and make sure it's available on Android. This is the free app. So it tells you your battery power
Yeah.
for each wheel. When you're driving, it'll tell you how fast you're going, okay, and
Yeah.
the total distance. This is where I was changing it. So there's standard, sensitive plus soft. Soft is what you seem to like the most.
Yeah.
The issue is these are in there. So you have to make sure you don't accidentally pick sensitive because then it's really touchy.
Okay.
So you hit standard. The other way to do this is not have the app.
And
See if,
just
well, no, we'd want to have you have something. So the free app only has that's in there, all right?
yeah.
You have to pay extra for different things. So if you want to change the top speed, you have to buy more. If you want a remote
Yeah.
so you can control your chair from across the room, you have to pay for more.
Yeah. Capitalism.
Yep.
Kind of, yeah.
If you want cruise control, now they have an all-inclusive one, Mobility Plus package, $250.
Okay.
So that gives you, I don't know what that does. What is that? Oh, you don't care about that. How many pushes? It gives you cruise control. It gives you a hill holder so that if you push up a hill, it won't roll back. But you have to turn it on when you want to turn it on. And then remote control, you can change the speed. And then this is just, you can try all the features for a month for free.
Okay.
The other option is to ask Medicaid to buy the ECS control unit itself. So it's a standalone unit. It's about 3/4 of this size. And you could have it in a sleeve in your chair, and it had all those features in it, but you don't have to have an app, you don't have to have your phone. It's just a separate control unit, like a remote control for your chair.
Okay.
So that would be another way to try and give you, the main reason you'd want anything is for the hill holder.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
like,
if you were approaching a ramp or a hill, you'd have to get out either your app or your ECS unit and turn on the hill holder.
Mhm.
So then when you push up the hill and you let go, the chair wouldn't roll back for a little bit. And then you could grab the wheels again and push forward. And then it
Yeah.
stops. I can't remember whether it's a 10-second delay. Let's see. But let's see if Albert has the Android app. Albert.
they should. Well, I'm just gonna assume that they would have an app for Android, and not just assume that everyone is gonna have an iPhone who uses. They will.
Stop it.
All right.
Lizzie, would you want to try? There's a same thing. It has the power wheels like this, but there's a little box, and you have a little joystick that you could drive it. Like you wouldn't have to even worry about your hands and spokes and
Sure.
anything. Would you like to try that?
Sure, I guess. Since I'm trying everything else.
It's not here today, but I was wondering maybe Jake could bring it out.
That would be, we could just have you try a power chair too, so you
Yeah.
get an idea for it.
Yeah, and didn't you say you wanted me to try a power chair when I came here?
I did, because pushing a wheelchair makes your hands sore. sore, right? And
Well, it's not really that pushing it itself, but it's more so with how much my hands and fingers will get caught in these.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Although I think that's more so an issue of possibly having to relearn how to push.
yeah, but I feel like you're still gonna have to battle the spokes. I mean, you might get used to it, and you might not. That's what's so hard to tell. But yeah, so we could do the power chair.
I get that. The only, I don't know, just something about a power chair makes me feel really uneasy.
I know, that's why we're just gonna bring one out and you can kind of see it, but you'd be able to go around your neighborhood, no problem at all.
I know, and that's kind of also why, I showed you that picture of that wheel thing that you said Medicaid wouldn't cover.
Right.
The
free will.
Yeah, if I wouldn't mind having to save up for that if it could do something similar to what
it could.
You were getting at.
Yeah. They don't have it for you to try.
Oh, I get it.
If you wanted to try to save, how much was it? It's like $1,800, $2,000.
I think.
You remember? I can't.
Nope. I cannot remember either.
Here, do me a favor. Do you want to sit in your chair or do you want to sit in this one?
Possibly that one.
Okay, cool. Because there's going to be bars on that.
Sweetie.
The benefit to a power chair is when you let go, it stops.
You don't have to put your hands on a rim.
Yeah.
And then you've also got your other hand free to do whatever you want to do. But they make a power add-on, like Nikki says, that turns your chair basically into a power chair.
Yeah.
Don't know if you want to try this. I'm going to go check it out there.
Okay.
I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to retract that so it's out of the way. And it's ready to, it's locked.
Okay.
Now yours would be your chair with motors on it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be this big bulky thing.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Because the thing that concerns me about a power chair is it looks so freaking big and bulky.
Yeah, and that's why the power assist going on your manual chair stays the size of your manual chair, right?
Yeah.
On, battery, and then she's going to turn you a turtle.
Yeah.
Pretend that's a pen, real soft and steady on it, or a paintbrush, if you ever painted. Real steady on it, and the chair goes real steady.
So where you push the joystick is where the chair is going to go.
Okay.
And if you're going to run into something, just let go and it'll stop.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, push a little further.
Okay.
You ready? You got me? Sure.
Yes, just so I can see how this goes.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna.
Yeah. See the thing?
I'll turn you up as you.
Yeah, the thing that concerns me with this is the same thing that concerned me with
Hey,
this.
are you watching?
Oh.
Watching where you go.
Oh.
There you go, because you'll have to make little tiny corrections with that joystick.
And the thing that concerned me about this more so too, along with how big and bulky it looks, is the same thing with the tremors and motor skills I have.
Right.
With the issues with that, the same reason I had issue.
Okay, now
with-
watch all the
did.
curbs,
What he
just
did,
like
he
when you were
opened it
in
up.
your chair.
Put new
Yeah,
lithium. Put a new lithium.
the same concern I have with the smart drive and being able to react or grab the dial in time.
Yep, keep watching where you're going, so you're doing great. See how this one just tracks? You don't have to worry about.
I know.
It's kind of nice.
I know, but now I feel like I'm already starting to feel a little bit more of an ache in just my muscles in my right arm just by doing this.
I think that there's not going to be anything that will.
So it's just like,
Is it less ache? I hope it's less ache.
actually, no, more.
More?
Yeah, more than with the Albert Power Assist.
Okay. That's why we're doing these things. All right, you ready to turn around?
Yeah.
Okay. So do that 360. Do it perfect.
So it's like, I don't know if this is now like the fine motor skills coming up or just like,
It can be. It might be, again, your finger weakness is a little bit more than your hand weakness. Does that make sense?
yeah.
So if you find this to be more fatiguing for you
Oh, it definitely is. Because I can already feel it.
in your fingers,
Not even just in my fingers, but like
your palm,
in my fingers and my palm, and it'll go up to here.
okay.
So it's just like, and I know the longer I try to do this, the worse it's gonna get, the more the pain is gonna kick in, and then the tremors are possibly gonna start going and getting worse. So that's
The other option is just to do a full-blown power chair
She won't.
and have the other one as a backup.
I know. I think that would be a great. I don't know if she's not up for. Tell Rich what you were telling me.
what now?
Tell Rich what you were telling me about driving the power chair.
Okay, like, yeah, because with driving this, I can already feel like it's starting to hurt in my fingers, and then it'll go to my palm, and then all the way up here. So
More
that,
than pushing a wheelchair? That'd be hard to. Maybe you're just gripping it too hard. You could also put this in your hand.
oh no,
We're just
this-
thinking long term.
yeah.
There you go. Yeah, just stay. There you go.
I mean, this. And there's different types of joystick knobs too, but
Like,
thinking about like being outside your house and
oh, I know, like, even just whipping it like this, like, I don't have the pain or the fatigue in my fingers much,
Okay.
or my palm,
there you go.
but I feel it so much more in here, to the point where I almost just don't want to grip it, because it's just that already that painful and fatiguing.
Okay, go ahead and do a turn.
Which is also kind of why I like the Albert Power Assist, because at the very least I can lift my hands off
Well, you.
that and give it like, and I guess give my muscles a temporary.
So one of the things that just food for thought is try how to say this. Basically, I have to say is I don't want a power chair. You don't have to come up with reasons why you don't want one.
Oh no, I
Because you
get
can just
it.
stop that one and not drive it.
Excuse me.
No worries.
Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it, but at this point it's like, it's not an issue of I'm trying to come up with,
Okay.
like, I genuinely do feel this muscle fatigue.
Okay.
And it just feels like, at very least with the Albert Assist, it's, as long as I can lift my hands off the wheels a little bit, it's a little easier to control that.
That's me in there if you're looking.